Hey YouTube. Sorry I have not been out on much. I've been very busy with work, uh, especially today. Usually I'm off on Saturdays, but I had to go into work to get this one job done because it was a job that we all needed to get done quick. So, come on, move. So I went into work. I got it done. Not my most favorite place to go. Let's just say that this place was very messy. But today, in the video I want to show today, uh, I just went and bought myself from Home Depot a little Husky bag. I'm going to go through my tools little by little. Let me grab some of them here. So I got this current setup in a cobalt bag. I bought this probably 5 years ago, maybe. It's just on its last leg. I've used it so much. It's been a great tool bag. The pockets are ripping on it. Now from all my screwdrivers and everything. I use this bag every single day. To carry my pocket ones, Allen wrenches, crescent wrenches, the whole nine. I got so many tools I use during the day. It's hard to keep track and just keep organized of them. 9 times out of 10, like I organize this bag maybe once or twice a week. Because at the end of the day, I just want to go home. I just throw them in there, say screw it, and I'll deal with it later. That's what the back of my truck looks like right now. And I gotta go through that again, probably tomorrow or Monday morning before everybody shows up for work. But that's one thing I got. And then I know everyone has their preference on tools. Me personally, I didn't realize. Oh, I forgot this shirt had a pocket right there. I know that was random. But this is what I use mostly for work is this setup. I've got a Milwaukee pack-out system. Yes, this is just my preference. I've always had good luck with Milwaukee tools. As you can see, I've got my Sawzall right here. Palm sander. I've got a oscillator, a multi-tool, whatever people call it. I've heard some people call it a fine tool, which I understand why they call it a fine tool, but it is what it is. I've got my circular saw down at the very bottom. I know it's covered up. I've got some of my M12 stuff in here, my Sawzall blades. Where's it? Yeah, right here. I got my circular saw down here. That's a 6.5 inch. I'm trying to get a 7 1/4, but as other contractors or anybody who buys tools all the time know, stuff's expensive today. I've got other tools in the back of my truck. All my grinding discs for my grinding wheel. For my angle grinder. All the rest of my screwdrivers and everything in here. And only gripe I got about the Milwaukee batteries. Some of them I've seen are great, and other guys I know that have Milwaukee nail guns and drills and stuff. All the Milwaukee stuff is great, but some of the batteries just do not freaking last. I don't understand why that is. You can buy a brand new battery, charge it, like you're supposed to, fully to the charge before you use it, and it'll die, in the first couple minutes of you using it. That's the only gripe I got. My lovely fiance got this for me a couple years ago. I was very happy she got this for me. This pack out set really comes in handy on a job site. I've had a couple guys laugh, but you know what? They can laugh all they want, but this is actually one of the best things that Milwaukee's come out with. It stores a hell of a lot of tools in it. It gets heavy putting it in the back seat of my truck every time, but great. I want to get more of the packed out stuff to put in here. Um, but until I get more tools and more room and more toolboxes on my truck and everything, there's not much I can really do with that. Um, but I use these tools all the time. My drills, impact drivers. Sorry about that, I dropped my phone. Um, I use everything every single day. It doesn't matter if it's screwdriver, whatever. I'm always using it. And I had one guy ask me last week, because I've got a lot of hand-me-down tools. Um, God rest his soul, but my fiance's grandfather passed away. Um, it was quick. It was very sad when the way he passed away. Um, Everyone misses him. But anyway, her grandmother obviously wasn't going to use the tools that he had behind. And two of the things he had was a older steel saw brand of the table saw and miter saw. And I use them. They're great. They're not the best in the world, but hey, they get the job done. And they're like, dude, why would you want to use old tools like that? I'm like, you know what? These old tools made that man money. And I'm proud to use these tools because it made him money. It's going to make me money. They still work. Why go spend, $1,500 to $2,000 with the saws? I mean, I'm just round guessing. Depends if you buy battery powered, whatever. When you got tools right there that work. My dad, he gave me an old oil compressor. Now, true, it's heavy as all hell, but it works. It didn't work recently. I think I figured out the problem with it. I think there was a loose wire and with the on-off switch. But for the most part, that compressor works too. He's had that thing for 20 years. I'm using it now. I hooked up all my nail guns, everything that I use to it. I've even used it to take loads off my truck before. So it's one of those things where I'm grateful to have all these tools to do what I love. Just even if it's just a simple sink repair or putting in a dishwasher, building shelves, whatever it is. Even if I'm using these tools to, I don't know if it's a weed eater or a lawnmower or whatever. I love having my tools. I love being handy. That's how I've always been, especially growing up. My dad at one point had my brother and I operating a backhoe on our property. We learned how to operate backhoes, and I love doing stuff like that. And especially when I was working industrial, I got certified using a telescopic lift, or LAW, is what some people called it. I was grateful to learn how to use one of those because, I love running machines. I like the way they work. I like, just being a hard worker. Even when I'm not in a machine, I'll go out. If there's a trench that needs to be dug, I'll dig it. If someone needs, something very important done, like, building a wall or whatever, I go out and I get it done. I'm no stranger to work. I usually try to find something to do during the week. A lot of times when I come home during the week anymore, I'm so wore out. I come home, I just want to relax for a little bit, and just mellow out. But anyone who knows me real well, I'm always trying to do shelving or something. I'm always trying to do something. I don't like sitting still for long hours. I don't like, I hate sitting still. I hate not doing anything. Um, you know, I'll paint, I'll do whatever it is that can keep my mind occupied. Um, that's just how I am. You know, I like staying busy and I like working on stuff. Um, that's just how I am. Um, Now, yes, there are days where I want to hang up the towel. Um, and, I've been doing this since I got out of high school. Um, I have been thinking about getting out of it, just taking a break from it. Just, you know, because, there are a lot of headaches, and a lot of people on here will say, that they've had bad experiences with companies or, customers if they own their own business. Um, you know, there's a lot to it, and just dealing with employees or coworkers or whatnot. There's a lot of headaches in this industry as well, but there's a lot of good money that could be made in this industry. Um, I don't know what it is. I like doing it. I love doing what I'm doing. It's just for some reason I don't have the fire under my ass like I used to. Um, I still buy tools. Even if I went to go do something else for a while, I still have tools to do side jobs to make money. Um, I think it's very important um, to have tools. So I don't have to call somebody, say, hey, come fix my sink. Hey, come paint my, house. Hey, come do this. I can just do it myself. Um, Now, if there's something I don't know how to do, yeah, I'll call somebody. Like, I'm sure I could figure it out, but I'm not a HVAC technician. Do I want to learn how to do it? Yeah, but I would like someone to teach me the right way, if I did it. Um, I know a little bit about them, but not very much. Um, uh, I'll call somebody for that. Um, until I do learn how to do it. But the way my father raised me was, uh, one, if something's not broke, don't fix it. I can't tell you how many times I've gone on to a job site in the past or whatnot, and I've had to go and fix stuff that people have really screwed up. I mean, bad screwed up. Uh, and it's my job. I'm not going to get mad. The boss man was pissed off, but I wasn't going to get mad because, hey, I'm making money. They're paying me to come back and fix it. Screw it. Now, yeah, it would get a little irritating if I had to do it 2 or 3 times so they kept screwing it up, but after that point, it's like, get somebody else in here to do it. Because after a while, I won't put up with it, but only so much. And there's that. But he also, taught me where, if you can do it yourself, cool. Just he taught me how to do a little bit of everything. Um, and I'm grateful that my dad was able to teach me what he knew. Roofing, hardwood floors. Um, Him and I did everything together. Um, we would jack up houses if they were sinking, and we would reinforce them. Uh, Bathrooms, kitchens. We also did some crazy shit too. I'm not gonna lie. There are some times I thought the old man had lost his ever living mind, but at the end of the day, the job was done. It looked good, and we all made it home safe. And we had a good laugh at the end of the day. And that was, I think about that every time I step onto a job. It's like, what what good can come out of this to make me laugh or smile or remember that the rest of my life to tell my kids. Um, and I try to have, if I got guys working under me, I try to make them laugh and try to make them feel as if, you know, nothing bad's going to happen. I try to make them feel comfortable while they're on the job working. And I do believe, in joking around and stuff. I don't mind that, but as long as you're working, I don't really care. Um, that's just, I joke all the time. But I'm also working at the same time. I'm also thinking, hey, this needs to be done, this needs to be done. Um, I got that mentality from my old man. Um, I would say some of the stuff that's on here that my old man has pulled, but I don't know. Some of the viewers would like it, but the jokes that he would throw out in public are kind of funny. Uh, it would make me bloodshot red, and I'd be like, "Dad, please shut up." Typical dad, embarrassing you kind of stuff. Um, but hey, that was my old man. I still talk to him. Him and I will talk about, his truck or my truck or, uh, what kind of work we're doing, and, we'll laugh and everything and remember the good times. And, it's because of him is why I'm doing this. But like I said, at the same time, I haven't had the fire under my ass to keep doing this. I don't know if it's because I'm bored with it. I don't know if it's because I've dealt with too many headaches. I don't know what it is. And I've been thinking about what I want to do. Um, I'll surprise everybody when it comes time for what I want to do. Um, but until that point, uh, I'm going to keep it secret. Uh, my fiance knows what it is. My mother-in-law knows what it is. I call her my mother-in-law. And my mother-in-law's boyfriend knows exactly what it is. My brother-in-law knows exactly what it is. So there's quite a few people that know what I've been thinking about, what I want to do, including my uncle. He knows. Um, but if I do this, it's going to be a challenge. Just like everything else. But I know I can overcome it. I've overcome a lot in life, and there'll be something I know I can push myself to do. Um, and I think this will also help me out in a lot of ways, gain self confidence back. Um, and just maybe give myself some initiative to, you know, be somebody again. Because there are days where I feel like I'm nobody. Um, Especially when I was in school, a lot of people would say I'm nobody. I'm not going to be nobody, and I've proved those people wrong. I actually became somebody. I became what I wanted to become. Now, true, my original goal was to join the military, but that never worked out for me. No, I didn't get in trouble or nothing. That's for another time. Uh, but and I'm always going to be a military supporter. Come from a long line military, but that was my dream, and unfortunately, I couldn't live that dream. So I went in. Like I said, I went to work for my father, and I've been doing this ever since. And yeah, I've hit some rough times. I've hit some rough patches, but I've gone through it. I think that's a stronger person and a wiser person. And just being and just learning all the mistakes I've made and seeing everybody else's mistakes has made me think to myself that I don't want to do that. I don't want to do what those other people have done. Um, and I don't know how to say it, but I guess where I'm going with this is I'm very grateful to be where I'm at. Um, if it hadn't have been for the few people I've mentioned, and if it hadn't have been for my strong will and the way I am, I don't think I would have made it very far. Um, I've never really been a quitter. Um, I've always tried to figure out ways to overcome things. I've always tried to figure out how to be better than, you know, how I used to be and be better than, you know, as my father would always say, and I understand what he's saying now, he's always wanted me to be better than him. And I've always thought to myself, well, how can I be better? Now, I mean, I'm not going to be perfect. I've made some mistakes like he's made, but I've learned. So, um, I think that's why I am who I am. I'm very grateful for it. Um, I wish some people in this world would understand. Now, like I said, I've made a lot of mistakes. I've made a lot of enemies on the way. Um, do I have regrets? Yeah, a lot. Um, do I wish I could take them back? Yeah. But those people who still hate me to this day, I don't care. But the past is a past, and to me, if you can't move on from the past, then I'm sorry. Then you're not going to go nowhere, in my opinion. I've been mad at people in the past, and I've contacted some of those people, and we talked today. Um, I've been mad at some people, and you know, I've I'm just like, it is what it is. Water under the bridge. Now, if I don't talk to you, it's because you've done something really screwed up, and you don't deserve to talk to me. But other than that, I try so hard to just forget about the past. There's some things I can't forget, but you gotta learn how to forget and forgive and forget. Sorry. Um, I'm also tired tonight, guys. If I'm all over the place, I'm tired. I barely be getting sleep. But yeah, that's I just want to get that off my chest tonight and just show you some of my tools. I'll probably be filming a project I'll be doing here soon. I got a mantle I'm gonna be hanging up on my fireplace. Um, doing some other stuff, and I think I'll be introducing Lizzie to y'all here soon in some of my videos, and we got a lot more content to bring, so I'm excited to see what we'll be bringing to the channel. And until next time, y'all take it easy, and I'll see y'all later. Thanks, YouTube.